Hey YouTube, this is Series Spotlight, where once or twice a month I'm going to be bringing you book recs of some of my favorite completed book series. Hey Louie, are you helping? Oh, you look at the camera? What a talented boy. I am a little bit under the weather at the moment, but I have just now started feeling a little bit better, and I really did want to film this video today anyway, so we are just going to jump right into it with our first ever series spotlight. So the series that I wanted to highlight today is the Hades and Persephone Saga by Scarlett St. Clair. Technically, this is two series in one. The first series is the Hades and Persephone Saga, which consists of 4 different books. A Touch of Darkness, A Touch of Ruin, A Touch of Malice, and A Touch of Chaos. The other series interwoven with this series is the Hades Saga, where we have a Game of Fate, a Game of Retribution, and a Game of Gods. Now, the reason why I introduced it as a 7-book series is because, at least what I have heard and how I read it, was a tandem read. So you read book 1 of Persephone and Hades, and then book 1 of Hades, and you tandem read the entire series that way. Now, what makes these series so cool is that these books are from Persephone's perspective. So the books in the Persephone and Hades saga, Hades and Persephone Saga, these books are from Persephone's POV. These books in the Hades saga are the same events but from Hades' POV. So you're reading these books, and there are moments where you're like, Hades, what the fuck are you doing? There are moments where you're like, because you're in Persephone's POV, you're not like omnipotent. You don't know every single little thing that's happening behind the scenes. So when you tandem read them with the Hades saga, this is going to give you all of the insight into Hades' thoughts, his feelings, his actions, and some of the things that are happening behind the scenes. And all of this culminates and leads up to the final book, which is A Touch of Chaos. And this book has everybody's POV. This book has Hades' POV, Persephone's POV, as well as the point of views from some other side characters. So the whole story is wrapped up, both of the series are wrapped up in this final book that contains multiple points of view. So that's just one of the things about this series that makes it so unique and so cool, is the way it all unfolds and comes together as you tandem read book after book and as you get through all 7 of the books. Like, the puzzle pieces really do fall into place, and it is just such a satisfying thing too to see, like, if a character pisses you off in one book, then you read the next book and you realize why they were making the decisions they were making and how things are unfolding. I think that is just such a cool thing about this book series. So, a small little synopsis of like some of the plot that you're going to be getting here. So this is obviously because it's Hades and Persephone, this is like a Greek myth retelling. We have Persephone, she is the goddess of spring, and she has no magic. She has no powers. She has no powers, she has no worshippers, nothing like that. Hades, who obviously is god of the dead, god of the underworld, he he has like his empire in the mortal world, his like club and his like gambling ring. And basically Hades and Persephone meet, they enter into like a bet, like a bargain, and I'm going to read this next part directly from the blurb on the back of book 1. After her encounter with Hades, Persephone finds herself in a contract with the god of the dead, and his terms are impossible. Persephone must create life in the underworld or lose her freedom forever. The bet does more than expose Persephone's failure as a goddess, however, as she struggles to sow the seeds of her freedom. love for the god of the dead grows, a love that is both captivating and forbidden. These books are so good. The way their relationship unfolds is like so beautiful, and you get to watch them grow and change as partners and as people, as gods throughout all of the 7 books. This is a this is also a very spicy book series, so there is like a lot of really really good, like fun, hot spice throughout all 7 books. There is also there's a really really good mix of like intense high stakes plot, relationships, world building, and like the spice interwoven throughout. There's a real sense of found family in these books, which is something that I really really enjoyed, especially as you move through the series. Also, some of the side characters in this series, this is one of those series that does a fantastic job of fleshing out the side characters and not treating the side characters just as plot devices. I will say, in particular, Hermes from this series, I never shut up about him because Hermes from the Hades and Persephone Saga is so fucking funny. He is absolutely hilarious. These are like pretty serious high stakes books. Like there are literal stakes of like life and death and like the potential for the world to end. Like a lot of stuff happens throughout all 7 of these books, but you do get a lot of like really great, like much needed comedic relief through specifically Hermes and the way that he interacts with Hades and Persephone. He calls Persephone Sephi, which is like so cute. Hermes, you should read you should read this series to meet Hermes alone. But really, there also are like so many other great reasons to read this series because because it is just so fantastic. Like you really do have everything with these books. They are dark, they're spicy, they're steamy. You've got like emotional depth, you've got some emotional damage as you move through the books. There is like high level, high stakes plot, but there is also that like comedic relief, and these truly are just such beautiful books. This is such a beautiful story, and it is also really unique. Like I feel like I've read a fair amount of like Greek myth retellings at this point. It's one of my like favorite specific subgenres within romantasy. It's just something that I happen to really really love and enjoy. But the way that it's done in these books is just like so different and so unique. I also love, in particular, I love the world building with the underworld in this. It, again, just feels kind of different than how it's done in other books. I really, really enjoyed it. So, this is definitely something that I would highly, highly recommend. I would highly recommend reading this series because it is just so, so good. And, like, the payoff, especially when you get to the end, it's so worth being able to spend these 7 books with these characters and getting to feel like you're part of their family and getting to see how they grow and change and how they overcome all of these obstacles that are kind of thrown at them throughout the 7 books. I will say this is also a series that explores a lot of themes of coming into your power, like what power means, and also like there's a fair amount of female rage in here. This is a series that has a lot of like strong female characters, which is something that I really enjoy. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as well when you're going into this, that there's a wide variety of character archetypes in here, but that our main female characters are going to be like strong and they're going to be coming into that strength as you read the books. So I'm pretty sure that's everything I have to say for these books. I will say it has been a minute since I've read these. I'm pretty sure I started the series in like December of 2024, I believe, and then finished it up at the beginning of 2025. Is that right? I think so. right? I'm pretty sure that's when I read it. Because I read it before I was on Book Talk or BookTube. So I'm pretty sure end of 2024, beginning of 2025 was when I read all 7 books. So it has been a minute. I definitely know that I'm forgetting like some of the smaller details, and because I have read so many like Greek myths and retellings, I do wonder like how much of the specifics of these books have just been lost in my memory due to like time and me reading a shitload of other books. But the way this made me feel really stuck with me, because this is a book series where you go through all of the emotions. You will laugh, you will cry, things will get a little hot and heavy. Like it really does have the full like breadth of human emotion. Like you will be angry, you will be pissed off, you will be overjoyed, you will be giggling and kicking your feet. Like this truly is a book. I think I already mentioned that you will be crying. This truly is a book series that like takes you through all of the different emotions, and I think that that is part of what makes this series so beautiful. I will say I absolutely love Scarlett St. Clair's writing. I think her writing style is really beautiful. I think she does a great job with world building, creating relatable characters, even though those characters are like literal gods in this sense. Like they're still relatable, and you still really connect with them and want to root for them and want the best for them. Overall, this was a fantastic series that I would highly, highly recommend. I think Scarlett St. Clair did such a great job with this one. And the fact that it is 7 books and it's completed, you really can binge this and just become part of this world and feel so emotionally connected to these characters. So, yeah, that is going to be it for Series Spotlight, Episode 1, first series complete. Hades and Persephone Saga by Scarlett St. Clair. Highly, highly recommend. Definitely leave me a comment down below if you have read these, if you are going to be adding them to your TBR. Let me know. I would love to like discuss these with people. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely let me know if you are going to be taking this series recommendation. And I hope that I will see you soon for my next YouTube video and for the next series spotlight. Definitely subscribe, like the video, comment down below if you enjoyed. Please do hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. I am trying to grow this channel. I do post, holy shit. I do post most Mondays. I used to say every Monday. We've been going through some health stuff, so it is most Mondays I will be posting a new YouTube video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that I will see you in my next video. Bye!